evening and Merry Christmas, Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao, together with the Presidential Communications Office.
We bring you the widest and most comprehensive news coverage from the People's Television, IBC, Philippine News Agency, Philippine Information Agency, and Presidential Broadcast Service. I'm Princess Habiba Saripaudak.
And this is
Balitang Pambansa. Tonight's headlines. The first family sends their warmest greetings to Filipinos as the country celebrates Christmas. Many Filipinos opt to spend Christmas inside malls instead of parks, especially since it rained almost the entire day. The various parts of the country like the southern Tagalog and Bicol region experienced flooding due to the continuous downpour. The Bureau of Immigration, or BI, says it expects up to 7,000 former Pogo workers to leave the country before the December 31 deadline. The Philippine Institute of Volcanology and Seismology, or PHIVOLCS, observed 7 ashing events, or ash emissions, from Kanlaon's crater.
In essence, the celebration of the birth of humankind's savior, which the entire country awaits in a 3-month day-to-day countdown, behooves the faithful to predicate gratitude, kindness, and joy with acts of love, care, and compassion for the neighbor and those in need especially. Likewise, the President, in his moving message to the country, says we, the people, should celebrate Christmas as a Thanksgiving event that includes all sectors and citizens outside the faith. Our Kenneth Paciente fills us with more.
Live out the true meaning and purpose of Christmas. This is the message of President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. to Filipinos on the spirit of this special day all Christians celebrate. The President said this occasion is essential to Christians as a celebration of the birth of Christ the Savior. But it is also time to feel the presence of God through gratitude, kindness, and happiness for all. The President emphasized that Christmas celebration is not only for Christians because it has become a symbol of thanksgiving even for those of different beliefs. The President reminds us all that Christmas is a major reason for families to come together. Therefore, Christmas should be celebrated through introspection and reflection of its meaning and purpose. The President wishes the joy and spirit of Christmas bring love and peace to every home and foster a deeper relationship with God and one another. In the Christmas video greeting from the first family this holiday season, the President said that despite the challenges faced this year, Christmas will push through and be celebrated by all Filipinos.
Paskong Pilipino ay ang pinakamasayang Pasko sa buong mundo. Kaya naman, sa kabila ng anumang pagsubok o pinagdadaanan, hindi may aalis sa atin ang magdiwang. Simple man ang pamamaraan.
It does not have to be grand. What matters is spending time with family and sharing a meal. The people can also visit the beautiful sceneries in the country or attend Mass together.
Hindi naman kailangan mag-arbo. Dahil nasa ang sulok ng bansa at anuman ang ating kalagayan, ang Pasko sa Pilipino ay pagmamahalan at pagbibigayan. Ang Pasko sa Pilipino ay pamilya. Kami po ay bumabati sa inyo ng maligayang Pasko at manigong bagong taon.
From Manila, Kenneth Paciente, Balitang Pambansa.
With most grocery chains and business places shut down for Christmas Day, there's always a shopping center or mall open to take in those huddled mass of Christmas Day shoppers and hangout feeds wishing to congregate and celebrate. And with dark, threatening clouds hanging over and rain falling all day since yesterday, even more Filipinos in the mega city and elsewhere find more excuse to head out to the malls for cover and to celebrate Christmas Day safely and dry. Our Luisa Erispe tells us more.
Throughout the whole day of Christmas, the city of Manila experienced gusty and rainy weather. But because Christmas is the season of celebration and family reunions, the rain did not stop Filipinos from finding a place to celebrate in Manila. That is why some of them chose indoors instead of the usual outdoor public parks. Like Ali's family, whose original plan is to visit Luneta, but instead they went straight to Manila Ocean Park, a popular indoor and amusement hangout. Eventually, it turned out way better than expected because of the park's new surprises for children, such as the Christmas Village, where they can try new rides, and the Philippine Biodome featuring several animals.
Akala ko hindi matutuloy din, basta nga kami. Kaso para siyempre yung family maging masaya, tinuloy pa rin talaga namin. Maganda pa rin naman, importante naman yung mga bata
Besides the indoor parks, there were also a few who chose the safer and more popular option, a trip to the malls, like Shahira's family, who fell in queue as early as 9 in the morning on a debut screening of the Metro Manila Film Festival.
Mamamasyal po, kasama po yung pamilya ko, tapos yung anak ko. Tapos manonood po kami ng sine. Pag open kasi ng sine, ma'am, di ba maraming MMFF na entry, kaya maaga kaming pumunta rin dito, ma'am.
Outdoor parks still had a few visitors in Manila Zoo, where a few families pushed through with their plans.
Pag kinabukasan po, uwi na rin po kami. Kaya kahit maulan ngayon, punta pa rin po kami.
Hindi naman kayo nag-alala, baka magkasakit yung
Yun nga din po. May dala naman po kaming payong. Nag-ready naman po. Tsaka gusto na naman din po nila, kaya talagang pinursige na rin po namin kahit maulan.
According to the Manila Police District, several visitors were expected in Manila's parks and malls. Hence, the deployment of more than 1,000 officers throughout the city.
Yes, lahat ng mga places of convergence talaga meron tayong mga deployment yan. Doon sa mga lugar na talagang maraming tao, meron tayong mga ibiniblend doon ng mga naka-plainclothes na mga police din natin para i-monitor yung mga iba pa na maaaring gumawa ng krimen.
From PTV, Luisa Erispe for Balitang Pambansa.
Many Filipinos went to Baclaran Church to attend Mass on Christmas Day. Some of them said that thanking God is one of the reasons they attended the Mass. Reverend Father Kenneth Dan Gallemoso led the first Christmas Mass. In his homily, he emphasized the importance of taking meaningful action to attain the true happiness given by God. Meanwhile, last night before the Christmas celebration Mass, there was a sketch showcasing themes of family, love, and hope.
Sa araw ng Paskong ito, hindi lang sana tayo naging mga tagapagdala ng mabuting balita. Not just bearers of the good news, kundi we also become instruments of the good news. Mga instrumento ng mabuting balita ng Diyos.
Meanwhile, in Quiapo Church, many Filipinos attended Mass to celebrate the birth of Jesus Christ. According to Jesus de Nazareno Joseph Barsica, devotees continue to flock to the church despite the bad weather. However, the crowd appears thinner. Meanwhile, officials of Quiapo Church expect more visitors to arrive as additional masses are scheduled for today.
Passengers continue to flock in PITX and as well as in NAIA terminals. According to PITX management, ridership reached more than 100,000 commuters by 5 p.m. this afternoon. Despite the rainy weather, no cancellation of trips has been reported as of yet. Meanwhile, passengers also continue to flock to NAIA Terminal 3. According to CAAP, no flight cancellation has been reported as of 5 this afternoon. CAAP spokesperson Eric Apolonio reminded passengers to avoid bringing prohibitive items in hand carry. Instead, put them in the check-in luggage so it won't cause any delays in the line. Coming right up.
All right, we will be back after a short break. Balitang Pambansa will return.
Good vibes ba kamo? Sagot namin ang umaga ninyo. Mula sa balitaan,
makakakwentuhan natin yung umaga.
bagong kaalaman,
Hoping for the success.
hanggang sa Unli Chikahan. Kasama ang RSP Morning Barkada. Rise and Shine Pilipinas. Lunes hanggang Biyernes, alas 6 ng umaga. Dito lang sa PTV. Disaster Watch. Alamin ang heavy rainfall warning system ng Pag-asa. Yellow rainfall warning, pinapayuhan ng lahat na mag-monitor ng mga weather update sa inyong lugar. Maghanda sa posibleng pagbaha sa mga mabababang lugar at tabing baybayin. Orange rainfall warning. Mas malawak na pagbaha ang inaasahan at posibleng magka-landslide sa mga tabing bundok. Bumuo ng isang emergency kit at maghandang lumikas sa anumang sandali. Red rainfall warning. Inaasahan ang matinding buhos ng ulan sa loob ng 2 oras na magdudulot ng malawakang pagbaha at landslide. Para sa inyong kaligtasan, agad na lumikas papunta sa ligtas at mataas na lugar. Sa panahon ng kalamidad, dapat laging listo.
Ako si Elisa Maylon Galos, taga Alegria, Surigao del Norte. Kini nga akoan ning ako karon pagkadawat aning title. Wala gud na mo ni palandunga, pero kadumdum ako sa ako mga parents pa. Grabe gud na to ilahago sa ako parents. Kung ma-imagine na, pasidaan sila si nanay, tatay, grabe ganito ang ilang kahago, magbaktas palagi ito sila. Oo, tungod lamang sa mga anak. Ang ako ikasulti sa giprograma sa atong presidente nga si Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr., ingon man sa atong sekretary sa agrarian nga si Conrado M. Estrella III. Magpasalamat gud ako sa inyo, sir. Ug dako nga sa kini karon nga gikupta na dako nga title sa amo nagagud nga pangalan tungod kini sa inyo usab nga panlimbasog nga matagaan ang mga katawhan. Oo, ug kaugalingon nila nga yuta.
The Bureau of Immigration, or BI, said that up to 7,000 former workers of the Philippine Offshore Gaming Operator, or Pogo, are expected to leave the country before December 31 deadline. BI spokesperson Dana Sandoval mentioned that these workers are part of 33,000 foreigners employed by Pogo hubs, with 21,000 already changing their work visas. Sandoval urged workers to leave voluntarily to avoid deportation and blacklisting. President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. announced a ban on Pogo in July due to concerns over illegal activities and national security risks.
The Philippine Institute of Volcanology and Seismology, or PHIVOLCS, recorded 7 ash emissions from the crater of Mount Kanlaon in Negros Occidental. These emissions, lasting between 3 minutes and 2 hours and 26 minutes, produced plumes rising up to 1,200 meters above the crater. The activity is categorized as voluminous and continuous degassing, with occasional ash emission drifting southwest. Yesterday, the volcano released 3,585 tons of sulfur dioxide. Alert level 3 remains raised over Kanlaon volcano, indicating an intensified level of volcanic unrest.
Education Secretary Sani Angara praised the President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. for supporting the Department of Education, or DepEd, and vowed to continue improving the education system. He highlighted reforms for teachers, including career growth, training, higher allowances, and extra vacation credits. DepEd is also working to improve students' skills, update the curriculum, and build partnerships for digital learning and classroom construction. Angara promised to focus on providing modern, quality education in 2025. He also wished DepEd staff a happy holiday and thanked them for their support.
Senate President Francis Chis Escudero wished Filipinos a joyful Christmas and New Year and urged everyone to celebrate with gratitude, compassion, and hope as the birth of Jesus Christ brings love and hope to humanity. A report from the Philippine News Agency says. Reflecting on the challenges of 2024, Escudero commended the resilience and faith of Filipinos, noting that it was through God's grace that we overcame natural calamities. He also urged Filipinos to help those in need during the holidays, making sure everyone has food, shelter, and clothing. Looking ahead to 2025, Escudero called for unity and faith to achieve national progress, confident that, with God's guidance, the country can overcome any challenge. It's deja vu all over again. In late October, the confluence of the shear line and the warmer southwest monsoon winds brought about unprecedented precipitation and flooding in the Bicol region, in particular Camarines and Albay, as well as Batangas province a few days after. The nightmarish ordeal is once again reenacting itself, no thanks to the combination of the shear line and the colder northeast monsoon, or Amihan, ravaging southern Luzon and southern Tagalog, as our Patrick De Jesus lays out in this report.
Most parts of the country experienced rainy weather from Christmas Eve up to today. In Sampaloc to Saraya, Quezon, some roads went underwater due to heavy rains. The Bicol region also experienced rainy weather, resulting in flooding in Sitio Ologon, Barangay San Isidro in Libon, Albay, rendering motorcycles and other small vehicles unable to pass. Floods also marked Christmas in other parts of Albay, where some residents were unable to celebrate Noche Buena. In Legazpi City, some barangays implemented preemptive evacuation. In EMS Barrio, within the same area, floodwaters reached the interior of several houses due to rains. There was also a landslide in Barangay Laganap, Balatan, Camarines Sur, making a portion of the road impassable to automobiles of all makes and sizes. A warning has also been issued to motorists as an under-construction road in Andaya Highway, Lupi, Camarines Sur, collapsed due to overnight rain. Rain was also experienced in Oriental Mindoro, where floodwaters stood this morning along the Alag Santa Rosa Road in Baco. According to Pagasa, the rains are caused by the shear line or the interaction of the northeast monsoon and easterlies. Due to the incessant rains caused by the shear line affecting much of southern Luzon, the Office of Civil Defense has urged residents, especially those near Ngayon volcano, to take precautions. Following the Lahar advisory issued by PVOX, communities and local government units in affected areas are also reminded to observe and follow through on preemptive responses. The OCD has already convened to prepare and monitor responses to the shear line threat, as well as risk from Mount Kanlaon and recent earthquakes in Ilocos Sur. From the People's Television Network, Patrick De Jesus, Balitang Pambansa.
And that concludes our rundown of the latest, widest, and most comprehensive news and information from all across the nation. From Radyo Pilipinas, I'm Joe Fernandez. Merry Christmas.
And of course, happy holidays, partner. This is your trusted news source, always ready to inform and serve the Filipino people. Catch Balitang Pambansa again tomorrow at 7 a.m., 12 noon, 6 p.m., and 9:30 p.m. for more updates and developments. I'm Princess Habiba Saripauda, and this is Balitang Pambansa.